Thank you.
Atangimala ni jimbe kola ni into di yeshu sumare. Teonta jepaji susu zinde ye watani inana je tsonga bigo lor chimune je ushore. Ani telzina pe se hoshi hakota yatani res.
So in past weeks, so we discussed about the perfection of the givings, and so regarding this, so if you want to find out more details, then you will find you should study the Tsongkhapa's the great expositions of the stages of the path.
Tadi woten ni central koshere pasir tu ne central kode. Ni central kode she gzi jinje karasena. Ani amanju palen ri sunjo yere. Shewo central kumba chajena jembe loji de ngenro lusen. Di tendo karase gorsena. Ani kesosu kenlo wi central de yapo masuna. 아니 챈들 점바에 가서 동아이나요. 디그마 배워지 아니 년로 용도 그래서네. 어떤 수고요. 진짜네 다 점배기를 선택해 거래.
So after the perfection of giving, then the text goes to the next perfection, which is the perfection of morality. And so beside the practice of giving, so why we need to practice moralities? There is one verse in the Chandakirti's supplement to the middle way, which says that says that someone's without like the practice of morality, so is like someone without a leg, who cannot walk, and so so that person would then would fall into lower rebirth, even if the person engaged in the practice of givings. So therefore, so this verse clearly explained that why we need to the practice of giving and other perfection alone is not enough. So clearly explains why we need to engage in the practice of morality.
Teinza ni da sozo tsende inanda tsenga me kasla inanda yimba tongwa de ani zupi suje to tepi ne tros rogo yena ani ta zupi suje to tepi ne teji ani litenji la mongko ro de litente ni hadu me kompul tawaina ani jimbe luchi de tendilo go jila mone ani mosona ni zupi suje topi ta che nipatu tembi ko tenjire de yore de insa ta hadu mi go kompute topi ko jete karde ko kursena jote sundasu wala de yon ko resne atani sungo yores.
So just to explain a little bit more on the why where the practice of morality fit in our the practices to which will lead to the attainment of the full the state of fully awakened state of a Buddha, then there is in order to reach, we need to create the right causes to achieve the the fully awakened state of the Buddhas. Such as we need to we need to make sure that we have found the right life basis, like a right life to such as the life of a human beings or a celestial or a godly beings, and so it is so which will be such a life basis would become a very conducive to achieve the complete enlightenment. So therefore when we think about the primary causes to find the good rebirth, then it is the primary causes is the morality, and of course it's not the other, like the perfection of givings, which is not going to result in a good rebirth.
kumba mena ne longal ya po jin rotag marwa de noji ge susi ge kyalu ge tsentre ya po ji suma ta na ane tawala supe ne toji che bala supa to ta mare sene ane tani su go res.
So relating to this, there's one sutra which says that just as it is impossible for someone without a legs to walk, so likewise without the moralities, then it is impossible to achieve the state of liberations. So it's saying that we must in order to achieve the liberations, so we must safeguard the morality, practice of morality, or any moral vow that we have taken, and so by maintaining those vows, so we can reach the liberations. Or otherwise, we will become like someone without a leg and not won't be able to walk.
타와도 도지 준비가 네 토피가 다 리대 채워지지라 드니지글 시고거나 다 대시비 적 가르쳐 그래서나 주 선뜻 그래서 선뜻을 로빠지니 대 토피가 지지요 말해서네 대숭고요래 대자 아만주발에 닌티지나 선뜻레시 메스네 어떤 이숭고요래서
so therefore what we understand from this above is that the morality so is serve as a cause to achieve the state of liberations. So regarding this, so if I quote another line from the Chandrakirti supplement to the middle way, so where it says that the other than the moralities, there is no cause of finding higher rebirth.
Ona ta tsendra suguena tsendra te kanri resena ta nga chogun tsawa tengol rojires tsendra mepa rode mandana yete drapande ba kimines deshi sipin damba mepa yi tsendra suwa jase lole yinsine tani suyo this.
So then if that's the case, then of course then we need to we need to practice the moralities, and so therefore there's, we also need to understand what does the practice of morality or moral ethic means, and so to understand this, now the verse from the 37 Practices of Bodhisattvas, I think which is a verse 26, which read, "Without ethics, you can't accomplish your own well-being. So wanting to accomplish others is laughable. Therefore, without worldly aspirations, safeguard your ethical disciplines. This is the practice of Bodhisattvas."
다티 된다 가르스나 같이 챈델라 소시 켈로위 그 돈지도 천저야부 마수마지 대 천저야부 마수네 단대요 지 공부 차고지는 다 예대 저기 제시마라 저기 인델라 저기 있으나 안다 개목에 계절에서 제 주머니 같은 일 하는 데서
So the first two lines of this verse, which says that how that we must put into practice all the practice of moralities, such as keeping all the vow, moral vow, ethical vow that one have taken, and so and then as it says, because without keeping one's vow properly, and then to say, then to wish that to accomplishing all what one wishes, then as it says here is a laughable loss.
대인자 당가지 챈데도 최심이 그 대화를 맞춰왔지. 아니 다치도 세제도 제거도 주비 수제지 공부 토바샤비시다. 아니 선뜻수 그래 신들이라고 그래서.
So rather the without the practice of morality, so we won't accomplish our own welfare, our own purpose. So therefore, without it, then to saying that we will thinking of accomplishing the purpose of others, so is rather laughable. And so therefore, as it says in the text, therefore, without worldly aspirations, safeguard your ethical disciplines.
원하다 진짜 생겼 때는 진짜 그 뭐데 가르래지기는 예라 내가 이제도 제발래 예 실로 보면 거네 셈바데니 세데네 진짜리스 가르치는 내외 이제도 제발세 내외 이제도 제발 네 예라 내외 이제도 제발래 예로비 다 되게 수면 그 셈바지라 아니 진짜세 그래서
So first of all, how we are going to identify or define the moral ethics. So the moral ethics really then refers to our a sense of restraint or refraining from the harm, harm together with the basis or the object of harms.
대자다 시자라고 지나다 시동가 좀 투모할지나 먹겠지 보면 그 전처스네 먹겠지 제금에 다대 바다지대 제금에서 이거 아니 보면 그더니 그 전처지 아니 대라니 다시다 아니 라주 그때 지나니 게서 게롱오지 봐 아니 침배 그때 지나 년에도 기년라 소변이 전처 요래서 쇼주 소비 동발라 소비 네 드니 그 전처진다만 나무 보지 요래서
So with regard to the the different types of the moral vow, so sort of the moral ethic practice. So in the general is so the most common moral practice, which is really is referring to the refraining from like the 10 non-virtuous actions, and then if we talk of the moral practice in terms of the vow, the moral vow, then there are celibate vows of the like of monks and nuns, and then also there are lay persons vows.
Then ta mage chig no ne ta yela ne pi ngo de karesna lich mage wa san ngok mage wa jiti go teka pge yel ne go yore ane yech mage wa san ti go na se ne se luta sarwa de so ti go nis pa ne go yo mari de san ji yela ne pa de kosan ne ki go chung go we inza yel ne we jetu che pa se ne tseni ai go yo kasala jetu che pa se ni ti go de ni tanda ye je go ne se de ti go yela ne be ngo ma yin jo yela ne bi da ji da ris ne pa se ge kar se de kosan ne yela ne pa de kosan ne yung go yo ta na se ne se lu ta se de inza ne o tseni ngo la ye ne jetu che pa se ne de ma she yes.
So if we take into account of the like 10 non-virtuous actions, then there are the first, there are 3 of body and the 4 of speech. So these are those of 3 of body and 3 of speech. So these are the non-virtuous actions which directly brings harms to others, and whereas when the 3 non-virtues of the mind of mind, so these are don't directly harm or cause harm to others, but indirectly brings harms, and so therefore when we in the above meaning or the definition of this morality, we said that morality is as a sense of refraining from harm, and together with the basis of the harms. So really, the harm is actual harm, referring to the direct or the actual harm that other being experience. So these are referring to the physical, like a verbal or the bodily non-virtuous actions, which are the harm, the actual harm or the direct harm. And whereas when it says together with the basis of the harm, so that's really referring to the in terms of the 10 non-virtuous actions, and the 3 of the mind. So these are the basis in the sense of, because the acts non-virtue, all the non-virtue actions comes from or derive from the mind, or which act like the motivation. So therefore it's like the basis.
Mana ne tsandra tela yewa kasi yorsena yewa tela dombe tsandra che ne gewa chidda pi tsandra che ne seche teje chi tsandra se ne tsandra nomba son yores wanda ta tsandra ko ngo chi she so ta te she wa te dombe tsandra chi zo wanda she ne she jo de shama ningola te she ma dus.
And the morality is not, usually categorized into 3 types. So that is the morality of restraint, as a sense of restraint, and morality of gathering virtue and of benefiting, other beings. So, so now from these three types of the morality, so we can understand that the definitions of the moral or the meaning of the morality as a sense of restraint or restraining or refraining, from harm, and together with the basis, so which they primarily refer to that the first type of moralities, which is the morality of restraint.
다 선전이바니 개와치드 비선저 생이때 간디질 세고들라나 아니 루젤라 개와 마셔와 시와다 시와노 곤데 베비고 네 개조 초마 네 개와치드 비선저 생이 시근도스.
And the second type of moralities, which of gathering. So in that first type of morality of a restraint, that also include all the vows, various types of vows also included there. So the second type of morality, which is of gathering virtues. So that is all the include all the any practices, which we do will help us to gather some like a virtue, virtue that we have not yet gathered, or also the practices which help us to maintain the virtues that we have already gathered, from declinings. So these are the morality of gatherings.
다 섬바 네 세제 대지 지천들라 네 된도데 가르스나 네 세제노 네 첸디 된도 제 심메데 네 예라 펜밤 바시마 드바마도 네베 루지도 문조바 네 드바텔라 네 세제 대지 지천들라스네 시준데스.
And then the third type of morality of benefiting other beings. So that's all the act, of benefiting other beings within this life, or benefiting them in future lives, and so in fact all the act which are intended or which are directed only to benefit others, and whatsoever which act which prevent the from any cause of bringing harm to others.
아니 델라야 아니 찌찌 노스 찌찌
No.
세치대에 전달될 찌찌.
Okay.
So 유스로와.
No.
다때제 몽보인데 되나 인긴 도딘도 디존에 지시에게 가르스나 대 개침무시에게 대 개침무시 동송스.
No. And this the morality of benefiting others. So if we go in detail, so there are mentioning of the 11 types of, that is 11 ways of benefiting other beings.
다 동보텔라 전부 놓지 론루 샤와시 되르샤. 다 뒤텐도 가르 세고르스나 페나 연 예가 연도는 그나다 가이는 롱고 무생가 신에 되지 롱고 땡루신다. 네 조조시에 봐도 아니 지 네발라 수발라 매진 봐도 운보시 제라 수발라 루바시에 봐. 아니 미음은 동네에 돌아 다 롱고를 파지 추루시네. 니가 아니 루바조에 될라 네 동보대 들을 시행도 있어.
당부 타자가.
전부는 지 롱주샤와. 전부 세는 거 롱갈을 써라. 롱주샤.
So maybe just go one by one. So there's 11 ways of benefiting others. So first is, benefiting those who are lost in their direction or in their road, to showing them the road.
The Chetsanga de Remono Jinu Shawareta, then Remono Tombote Katulita, Stone Remono Jinu Shawar, Rete, Inayo, Nebala Mejabato, Umbojela Ruposhepato, Ruroshepato, Luala Nutra Shepat, Sokanga, Tatikitul Rogor, Tomboticatu.
So, although it's the first one it's called as helping those who are lost by showing the right directions, but in that also include the other way of benefiting, such as like the helping those who are sick, or to showing direction to the blind, and to those who helping those who are handicapped. So it's all goes into this, the first way of benefiting others.
Nipatela Mumbala, Denshawa des, Mumba Denshawa des, Chetamashini, Mumba Sigorwa. Oh, the Mumba Denshawa sing. Tati Tendo Carisena, Pena Seje, any Dechoda, any Shedola Supala, Yetes ding it, the Yorova, any Yetes ding it. That and roll any, that Ete Marisine, the Ete Mari, then the reason pa, Luntoka Paya, or Ratene. Te doni Pena Umboshi, Mazo Anju Makongi Solani, Lodashi pa Keshato Lava. Ne Kontata, Amumba Parop machine, Apo machine, dust machine, Tanelupa, Sendi Chimbi Gonepa, Lane, the Sola Mashipa, Shipazone, Ne Tenigla the Shas.
And then the second one is called benefiting those who are ignorant, or who are ignorant of the method. So that's means like those, if there are people who have a wrong view with regard to things, such as with regard to seeing, like they're viewing like for example the desire or the anger as something beneficial things. So you explaining the explaining to them that is not the case, but and in that way the overcoming these such a wrong ideas is means benefiting those ignorance, and as well as perhaps those the people who have like a muted people, and who you through your what you call like the body physical gestures, then you trying to make them understand, or to communicating them the things that they need to know. And so essentially, this means to showing all the actions you do to people to gain the understanding of what to the right view or the right practices to accept, and to reject the view and the practice to avoid.
Sambala Pandu be Danshawas, Pandu be Danshawa. Pandu be Danshawas is the Karesana, Sosol Paya Pushuji 2 dayana, Diga Gari Tembigone, Patlenjewa. And
then third is to benefiting, benefiting those who have helped, who have helped you, and so this is the out of your, you remember their gratitude, and so it's a way what you do to them is benefiting them is a way of your repaying their kindness, their help that they have given to you.
Yawateni njipe ge nyepa no chi ten sha was. Garsena seche njinu njito shoji shen so sul toya de njito she de ye na de zol rupa chi ya de. Tate ni nga se jimbe ka se munji pa sha ji ba se de ja o te tu chi pa na ko de sha.
And then the fourth one is the benefiting, by giving, protections to those who are in dangers. So this is a bit, similar to the one of the, one type of the, of giving, that is the giving of protections, against fears or threat.
Ngawa te karisena seden tu semech newasi te karisena sendu demba pena nonye mengeji ni nonye kene tan chonla to tuisuna ni tela rupa zone ni ta ani tela nonye mewa to ni go rate jone ni dona te roa mi go totung la dashi tung ni yorwa on te solo susho sha tni res ni se me pala karisena koyu susho she patere te jas koyu ni
당보스 시바죠.
나와됐다.
나와봤어.
나와대 세대도 세매치 내와서 세도 댕에도 세도 세명해지어와 될 내와시 미나티 테르시 다 세델 노 내와서 이디 가르스나 세도 댕에 아니 답변아 녀바 명에도 노 번천나도 노 튀노 그러와 대졸니 루파나 존이 전에 마대야다 티피나 대도 노지거다 pena dodana roa mi go totung la dashi tung yet ni orwa dashi tung yet o to zol su sho shi ya ta seme sengite karisena seme sengite koyu su sho shi ne ta sechel dig sechel tekal phe to yo mari de koyu su sho shi pa ta no zo ka su sho shi pa la tene ne ta seche mumbu ji phe to ro jene phe to ro nis phe to ma o tni se cha
semden dan semela so
se dentro seme newa
Never.
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 Never. So the fifth is to benefiting. Literally says benefiting those animates and the inanimates. From dangers. So from threat, so and the benefiting those animate from threat, which is really referring to the to those who are the benefiting those who are wrongfully accused, even though they are innocent, but they are wrongly accused, and so you. You help them to be, free of that accusations, and so this is like in the engage supporting the human right cause of the it is it's just an example for this, and whereas the inanimates would be more referring to the actions that you take in like a protecting environment, that all fits in that, so this benefiting the animate and inanimate, from threat. So that's the what this means.
당가왕 그래. 냥에 지 zawala 대샤와. 다 냥에 지저와라 대샤와 생이데 가르세나 소시 그 파마 존에 배 둥아래 돼 내가다 아니 소소소자 총다 아니 부트라 소파 존에 둥아래 되게 내가슬라니 배 드는 뜻을다 돼 지수로 빠지네 아니 다대 둥아래 다위시다 아니 뜻을 못 잡아라 소피 기티에 아니 드리지네 다 세소지네 간제 아니 곧 둥아지 내대 왔들 둥아 소명가 다시 지네 루바지 되래샤스
And then is it a sixth? Is it sixth or fifth? Sixth? Ngaware. Okay, I think it's only fifth. Yeah, fifth, which are the.
Ngaware, Tinga de Chi Notsha.
Oh.
Tinga de Javek, Setiado, Semej Neva Singidua, the Javek Kutuleano.
La.
Shivati Kutulearesh. Ni Sede to Semej Neva Sedimba. Shivati Kutulearesh. Nangawate Teresh, Yulich, and Yanget is Oasi.
Shivat Harsa.
Shiwade, Yipi Nepanochi Tesha was in the
yeah.
Tananging Awate Sede to Semej Nevasi Laiba. Nina Tete Remond, Yipi Nepi no Tesha was in the Kikutu Yandoshas.
Loss. So just correct the one that we talk about benefiting those animate and inanimate, from threat or from fear. So that actually belong to the fourth one. Like as an example of the illustration of the fourth one, which is the what was that? The giving protections. Okay, it fits into that. So the fifth one, so which is the benefiting those like afflicted with sorrows, which is in grievances, like you helping, those who are in deep, sorrows because of the loss of their family members, such as their parents or the children's, and so you all your help that you give, even just giving advice, consoling them, or even the teaching those people on the the death and impermanence. So these are an example of this, or the meaning of this, benefiting those the afflicted with sorrows.
Ne trupa yoje chipumi desha wa singitrecha. Yoje chipumi desha wa singita ta tingi jimbe ka ndo sa susi gi jimba singitre. Ne ta jinola supi ka kanga ingi tsola ne jinola supi gi jimba shayata. Ya ji tori mone yo kale shwi ka tne le sona tsola chula su kaze la supa tene. Tso ne kale ma se ya che tndi gi ya tndi. O suso gi rupa ina ya ne ji 파츠 못한도야 그 강에다 든지 예와이나 아니 때로 못하든지 루파서야 든지 든지 그 레드샤스 주바.
And the sixth, benefiting those who are impoverished, so which can include so many kind of ways that we help, like for example to people who are, the poverty-stricken, we, give them the wealth and material or things that they need, and then those who are, the offering, like a water to those who are thirsty, and likewise, if those even people who need the help with the transportations, like giving a lift in your car. So all this fits into this these categories of this way of benefiting us.
다네 차원데 비대 샤와 생에테 가르세나 아니 페나 소소 zotaga pembo da wotano ta mozong pembo da wotano kare ina mena ane so ta legung pembo ina lega lenge gangalo ane tongchu ma je wache so shiwaji yin dong je ma je wache ane gangalo ba ta to de ya pu chi sala 강에 태우에 나더니 바대지 루파존에 아니 드니게 데레디샤 소소소 다 치노노나 시그로와 시오지는서 야마디어 대절로 까주도네 바 시오지마 마체와체 니지 마체와체 어떤 일이 되셨어
네 차와서
네 차와 단된도 왜 개짜지리 넘버 네 차와인데 비슷 네 차와 가자가
lost okay. Okay, so then the Marwa, seventh. So benefiting those who who need a resource, or who need upon which is dependent on you. And so, in a sense, if I give you examples, for example, if you are the head of, if you got a position in your workplace, or you are the owner of some, factories, so you, a lot of the other, workers are really to perform their job properly and so on, and it's much depending upon you, and so how you treat them. So like to being very respectful to all your employees or the workers, and never undermining their the qualification, their experience. All this can also fit in this loss.
Jewala ndepe teshawa asim. Ndepe teshawa te karsina seche tedropa tize seche tigu kondo mipala tene ane ma teshawa res. Te karsina pena soso rupazo kaya seche jiye na tedu soso ni kondo mipa mantamba jina kondo tawala so jewala so mantamba jina 소소 루파 제가 진로와 있나요? 아니 파주와들 루파 제가 제도 말고 따와 시와 만동아 있자. 대이자 동부 수수기 시와데 파도네 코도 탐바지제. 아니 콜 갈레 다 코도 탄소나 아니 라자나 가르치 루파 제거에네 대체 드니체 되샤스.
Yeah. And then the next, the eighth, which is to benefiting others, according to their the individuals, the wishes or the needs. So this is to say that this indicate that the important to one make oneself very adaptable to the needs of the other peoples. And because if we don't, accord ourselves, if you don't respect the views or the other, of the need of the other peoples, then sometimes it will be very difficult. It makes it very difficult for one to be able to really help to benefit them. So, however, if we are able to fit in with to go according to their, what we do, the way we talk, all which accord with that individual persons, and this kind of then opens the way for one to be able to benefit others.
아니 가와 용도바 슈피 대샤와 생기들 다 용도바 슈피 대샤와 생기데 파주와데 츠르야 보스 아니 자와야 보 고한데게드니나 아니 텔 예데제네 아니 테 코랄 포파 또 쪼와야 보 시주네 먼터네 아니 드니가 고냐라란 유트지야 드니다 아니 로바 아니 소소 파마다 아니 기겔라 수바트 저거 다 로트 대지시 다 르박부에나야 아니 카투일다 르박부도 말아와지 아니 야본도 있으냐 데라톤에 고 대지 야제로야 다시 드니 그지네 아니 고 야제를 휴지야 드니세 돼요 그래서
And then there's the next which is the benefiting benefiting those who are actually the progressing or proceeding well on their path, and so this is to how you, in order to benefit them, the way to benefiting them is by really admiring the good work that they are doing, whatever good qualities that they have, and admiring and rejoicing in them. So in that way you give inspirations for them, and as well as those even although they are in good on a right path, but however if they are very slow in making progress, and they're mentally, if they are very slow in learning things, then again it's part of this practice, and one to always trying to be patient, and also but never to discourage them, never to do or say anything to them which will discourage. So rather we have to make some positive comment on them, so they which will help them, their motivation, their the inspirations.
Tendiji chejawaina tombo somba tansuna ne so karni kale ni kola shena tsola ne yoson chechu re karesena del ta dron se ro toloji jido kaisena tini joje le loma jawan ron te ma singi jida ne shonju rin chesi de ni sare shonju rin chesi de ma shen sare ko ma she kalo songe iza ne kiga jawan ron te ma la ne ta ko gwan jani to hodus gwan shibuchi ina ko ma she chu zo de sala ko gwan jangu chine mandu isne 드리가 봐 거러다 지식 소화에 되게 시에요. 다 자원 로데미 그다 군절 펜에 네 코도 텀바소네. 네 나오니 다 고자니 시오토고도 이나오 주제를 기가 깨주리래서 그것도 샤시래서 그것도 대인자 네 코 고자로 치네 문도시네. 네 디 차네 코로니 텀보쳐. 네 드리조 텀보쳐는 살네 자원 로데미 지말네. 이나다 가니 마체나니 마리 고아 자발에 샤샤와데 가근도 있어.
같은 제스게. 제 정주를 저러 맞지?
마리 마치데 말다. 저원도데베. 니 고아 자와 인들 깨주다 기 샤시시고로 깨주도 샤시시고 다가 고아 자발에 깨주도 샤시시는 디가도 있어. 디양게스 너가 디 truth게. 조제를 로마 나한테마도 쇼주를 지시는 니도아 쇼주를 지시는 마신 있어라 칼라송에 드니 코가다 거러 셈비디네 송고여로다 딱코 고한자니 시고 저거 고한자니 시고 저거에 있었다 이나요 코 마시서 그 있어서 고한자에게 디세시라로 호요 말에 디자키가 자원 존데 말라네 코 고한자니 시고 저거도 이나 코 마시서 있어서 코 디세시라로 하면 되겠어 고아자에게 디세시라고 하면 되겠어요. 다 로테메고 다 코도 텀바 이소고 그러다. 아니 다 나오 처럼도 집발에 되셔. 나오 아니 고아자니 쇼토고도 되이나 나 조지 그 깨주리에서 근데 조지가 딱 작게 모두 친구 말아. 깨주리에서 그 텔 샤시를 시고 근데 제가 고아자로 치는 문제 있어요. 드디 시에 발할 때는 딱 거니 텀보 쳐서. 제라는 자원 로테메 콜라네. 다 이나요 다 니가 고자와래 나 니 샤시셔네 니 깨주소나 나를 디가한도 있으니 대세기들 파쇼데 다 녀우 과자월에 마셰존 가사레스 마셰존에 샤시는 가사레스 소소지 론로셔와 제자 드니조 안에 헐 tum보조 아니 봐 콜로넬리데 라테고이나 네 라야 포인트에디 로지들이 수준도 있어.
So we find here in this how the way that bodhisattvas or you engage in benefiting others, how it is important to to become close with the other peoples, so that, and the way to become close with other people, so you have to first you have to accord with their wishes, their view, or their way of doings, and so relating to this, so if I tell you these stories about this, two of the students of the Atishas, who is Domtemba, and then there's another one is called Changchup Rinchen. So these are the two disciples, and the Changchup Rinchen, who as a disciples of the Atisha, but his main task is to really to cook for his masters, and so he always feel that he has some sort of little bit of resentment, in the sense that he never get an opportunity to learn about meditation, because I'm always ended up always cooking to my masters, and so there was this there, and which his other student Domtemba understand that what's going on, and then to Domtemba, then he said to the other student that I also have the same sort of problems. That is that I too really want to learn more about meditation, practice and all that. But most of the time I'm doing translation for my masters, and so that's how then they become very close. The other Changchup Rinchen become very close friend with the Domtempa, and then it is said that if, after developing that close kind of friendship, then eventually they were able to learn each other a lot. Okay, and so the Domtempa, even furthermore, he said, it's yeah, furthermore, Domtempa also said to his friend that then eventually, I realized that actually the more beneficial than learning about meditations is to serve my masters, and that's how then the other Changchup Rinchen, he was very relieved that he was doing the right thing, and he found that very helpful. Yeah.
아니 셰파 춘주 체설라 마파파 당세 드네레 셰파 춘주 체설라 마파파 디텐도 가르스는 땅아조 포지 네 돈불 때라제 네 파치 탐보제 드리게 탈로몬보제네 고야젠 로금문드나 야 때지 니아파 체슈나 드리 때지 고야젠 로야게 제다 아니 때지 그 두소나야 아니 때지 제야레스
가서
셰파 춘주 체설라 마파파
No,
no. That just when you don't know, that is Kajutan Yoro.
No.
That called Zumboche, Jombozo, Karatashin Hanso, Konakoya, Boya, Jimanona.
No.
아니 아테치 니파타야나 게게나 게툴 니파타야 가주나타 데치 무무비치나 마피아나 자야나 드니고 제발한테 야젠로고 됐다네 다시 드니대 주고 그래서
then in third and then next there's the benefits of the way of benefiting is that if all these your method of praising and all to sometimes to criticizing and when everything fails, and also in all the way when you're trying to benefiting the others, all the way everything, when it fails, then there's a way you can benefit by actually then doing the undermining or even by way of like a scolding, scolding the others, so there's some way with the intention to benefit, and then sometimes it can be become effective method of to benefit others. So I just explain these 11 ways of benefiting others. Sorry, 10, I keep saying 11. 10 ways of benefiting others. So in a way, something that which we can apply it in our practice and in a most the simple way as us can. So here's 11. So 11 is benefiting other by by manifesting or by using certain like miracles. Yeah, so the 11th one where you display certain miracles, to miraculous power in order to instill, like a faith in the other's mind, to, like for example, to believe in the future life, or to believe, or to even to frighten them, about the taking, a rebirth in the hell realms and things like that. Yes, of course. So of course, to do that, you should have the power to display miracles.
Yeah, that's the
I think we've finished with the times.
Yeah,